you ready for the podcast? Whole lot we gon' broadcast. Dropping gems, these are all facts. Shooting flicks like Men in Black. Are you ready for the podcasts? Hitting every spot, Dalmatian. Taking off like a spaceship. Podcast is not basic. Podcast is not basic. Podcast is not basic.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what up, boy?
Hey, chilling, bro. How you doing, man? This is it. Episode number 11, dog. This is it. Season ends today.
I get my Sundays back, man.
Nigga, this was bad hanging out with me for like 11 straight weeks, man. This has been like,
yeah, man, I haven't seen you this much since college.
Yo, man, it's been fun, man. You know, and the thing about for this whole deal, I know we talk about this. It was a lot of fucking work, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
man, when people ask me about podcasting, I tell them, man, it's much more work than you would imagine.
It's a lot of work, bro.
It's a lot of work,
and it's been fun though, man. You know, it's really been fun, and I have enjoyed every bit of it, man. You know. Yeah. So how you been, man? This is Fifth. My man Sai here. Rocking all the way. So,
man, you know when you're doing this though, man, I was watching I've been kind of following the Joe Budden beef or whatever, and man, it's wild how you can kind of see how that kind of stuff happens because, man, this is it's business and it's work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I mean, you know, it's been several times I've asked you, like, man, damn, we doing a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? And for those of you that don't know, you know, he does most of the technical stuff. So, you know, some weeks I'm chilling and he put out 10 videos, 8 videos. I'm like, I'll be getting like y'all on Facebook. Like, okay.
Hey man, it has to do with my insomnia. It has nothing to do with you not doing no work. It just means like I'm up doing shit, and I'll be texting you like 3 o'clock. Like sometimes I text you like 3 o'clock in the morning, like you gonna answer.
Well, you told me that, yeah.
You know what?
You know this week you actually hit me like 4 o'clock, and I was up, but I didn't respond to you because I didn't want to start no conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I'm glad you told me that, man. So now I really know. You know what I'm saying? So welcome
I was definitely up.
Well, now I notice, man. Welcome to episode 11. This is it for season 1. Thank you for everybody who's been rocking with us for 11 straight weeks. Real talk. That's been big to me. I know it's been big to my man Sai and everything like that.
Oh man, huge, bro.
You know, everybody who's been providing feedback, good, bad, negative, whatever. It's all love, and we sincerely appreciate that.
It's not all love. There's some haters out there.
Indeed, they are. You know, I don't want nothing, man. But yo, they are.
Oh man, if they got a podcast, let me start buying tomorrow.
It is some haters out there, bro. And I don't like you. And here's the thing about, I think the beauty of what we do is that we know we run into some roadblocks every week, what we do. Like every day or every Sunday after we get done, we talk about it and we discuss like, hey man, that, you know, we could do this better and this, that, and the third, whatever. So we don't need people call and say some shit to me, man, and whatever. And I get it, bro. It's all love, man. And I got people that don't even acknowledge our page and all that shit. It's all love, bro. It's all good. No matter what you do, no matter how dope it is, you ain't gonna please everybody.
No,
sir. So if you spend your time, your life, your time on this earth, and whatever you do, extracurricular activities, whatever you do, if you spend your time trying to please everybody, you won't please anybody. You know what I'm saying? You have to do what you feel is good. You put out good stuff, and people that are gonna rock with you, no matter what. You see what I'm telling you? That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah. You gotta. I mean, let's be real honest. Honestly, man, it's hard to do anything 11 straight weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
It's hard to do anything 11 straight weeks, man. That's 11 straight Sundays. 11 straight Sundays at 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. You know, making ourselves available whether we got one person listening or 1,000 people listening. So I salute you for that. You know what I mean? And also, like like I said, man, you doing the I wouldn't even say most of, I say all of the technical. You know what I'm saying? Talented dude doing all the technical stuff. All of the the funny promos y'all see, all of that stuff is him, man. It's coming from him. He sends it to me. I'm like, man, that shit is dope. I might come through with a couple of ideas, but that's what it's about, man. Just working together and knowing your strengths. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I remember before we started, man, you like, yo, so talk to me about this for 5 minutes. I'm like, shit, I can't. You like, what? how the hell you think you gonna do it on the show? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true, man. And like I said, 11 straight weeks, I've learned something every week, right? Every one of these things we've done, I've got something from it. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, it's all about fun and all of that, but it's all about relieving things you got on your mind and stuff like that. For me, I drop little hints about myself in terms of that I am a reclusive guy. I'm not really one for crowds and lots of people and all of that. And people think that's crazy. They think that I'm making that shit up. No, that's truly who I am. I'm just not I don't like being around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird that I do this, but it's not, because I'm in my own little space here and no one's really around me. So that kind of like keeps me in my comfort zone. So if I have to get out there and do it in front of a lot of people, that may be different. But for me, this is dope. I enjoy doing it. It's I appreciate the platform, man, and couldn't think of anybody to rock with better than my man over there.
Oh yeah. We having a good time, man. We truly having a good time doing it, man. Like if ain't nobody listening, we having fun. So you know what I mean.
Shit,
keep rocking.
We need people listening. Man, you got to pay these damn bills, bro. There are bills that have to be paid on this shit, man. So although it's for fun, we gotta pay these people.
Right.
So salute to everybody, man. This is like I said, this is the 11th week. We're done for a minute here. We're getting ready for season 2. We got some really dope stuff coming up for season 2, man. We're gonna build off season 1. Kind of like season 1 is kind of like spring training. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting ready to kind of go into the season of really putting our foot on the pedal of this shit, and then going from there on to going to the regular season, and then going to the playoffs, and then going to Super Bowl type shit. You know what I'm saying? So thank you everybody, man. I had a ball doing this. It's really dope, man. So what's on your mind, homie?
Man, ain't nothing, man. You see, I got my track jacket on. I've been just staying in shape, man. Getting ready for you know what.
Yeah, I think we kind of alluded to it last week, man. In episode 10 about what's going to coming up for season 2, and I want to kind of elaborate on it. That it's no joke that Sai's going to get into the ring doing season 2. We're going to get a date and kind of put it out there. But Sai's getting into the ring, and he's going to go around. Right now, we're saying it's around, maybe 2. We'll see. We'll see how his training goes, and we're gonna kind of document his training as Sai goes through some real, go through his training to get prepared for this this exhibition fight with the fighter. This all came about because he thinks that now this is what he thinks. He thinks that his ass can get in there and won't get knocked out. He can't get.
I'm not getting knocked out by somebody 135 pounds.
Hey man, I don't want you to get knocked out either, man, because it's tough doing this shit by myself. But and here's the thing about me, man. I go to the ends of the earth to prove my point. And this is one of those instances where I'm going to the ends of the earth to prove my damn point that this shit can really happen. I don't want you to get knocked out either, but I want you to come back on this damn show and say, yo, that shit was tougher than I thought. And this in season 2, it's going to be a nice build up for everything that we haven't finalized a date yet, but like Sai's already training or whatever. We'll start dropping promo videos of his training or just whatever he's got going on. We're working on finalizing the details of the fighter, the location and all that Sai's going to actually get in the ring. with the gloves on, and we will. I don't know if we're gonna go live with it or what. We all got to figure all this out, but we will bring it to you. What happens when Sai gets into the ring and go around
Well,
with,
let me ask you a
with the
question.
fighter? Yeah.
Do I need to get a 6-pack, or are we gonna be wearing like those waist pad type things? Because if I
Hey,
need to get a 6-pack, I'll grab one.
hey, I don't know what the hell you need, but I know if you don't, if you ain't ready, if you ain't ready for this 3 minute round, you about to get your ass into. That other guy will be, and that's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying?
I was
So,
just asking if I needed to get, you know what I'm
hey
saying,
man,
if I need to get work on my six, because I'm working on a lot of cardio stuff type right now. But if I need to, go over to the ab spot, I'm training with somebody. I'm not gonna reveal my trainer right now, but I'm training with somebody who's legendary to the Shaw University people at least.
okay,
Um, you know, we're training 2 to 3 days a week,
okay.
getting right. It's a grind, man. But I mean, I'm built for it. You know
So
what I
you
mean?
so you
So
so you ready for this, right? This is
I'm,
gonna be
I'm not
dope,
ready
man.
yet. I'm not ready yet. I mean, because what I don't want to do, let me tell you, man, what bothers me the most. I don't want to get in there and knock somebody out who got a little aspiring boxing career, and they get knocked out by me, because this is exhibition for me. I'm like Floyd, man. It's one exhibition and I'm done. You see what I'm saying? So I don't
Yeah,
want to knock nobody out who's they 26, 27, they got their little aspiring career, blah. I wouldn't want nobody to put me off of my career that early. So yeah, man.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. I just like I said, I'm all my only responsibility to this whole thing is make sure that this goes off. Whatever you do with the training, man, yo, you go do that. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to talk to whoever I need to make sure this fight happens. And again, season two, when we come back, we'll have more details about the location, the date, the time, whatever this fight gonna happen, and then that side's gonna climb into the ring and go around. Right now, it's around. He gonna go 3 minutes with a fighter at under 145 at least. We're gonna try to get somebody 135, but 145
no,
size gonna
no,
get
no, 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 no. We said 135. We're gonna get somebody. I'm gonna fight somebody 135 pounds.
a 12.
I will not be over 220. I
No,
might
come
be
on, bro. Come on.
215. No, no, I might be 215. I said, okay, I'll be 215. They'll be 135. That's what they want to fight at.
Okay, so
That's what
size gonna
that was the scenario.
okay, so size gonna fight a 12-year-old, and we gotta find a 12-year-old professional, a 12-year-old fighter that size gonna fight at
Let
135.
me tell y'all, hey, did this guy gonna text me the other day? Oh, you say 145, right? I said, nah, bro. I said 135. Oh, well, they got to be 12. Well, if they got to be 12, they 12. Sign the release and let's get it, right? Yeah.
Okay, man. All right.
He's trying to shame me about. You can't shame a lawyer.
Hey, hey, man. I have to make sure I got the details right. So that's what we're going to do. So, okay, so 135. So I'm speaking with a person that hopefully can help me put this together on my end in terms of getting a fighter lined up and everything like that. But again, that's so just want to kind of like just make sure everyone understand what we talked about last week going to come to fruition. That Sai is going to rock out with a fighter for around season two. We have all the details coming up. But yo, that's what's up, man. So just want to ask you this, man. Over this, for the last 11 weeks, man, what was the thing you learned most about doing this stuff, man? That you know.
Um, that it's a lot of work, man.
Mhm.
It's a lot of work for one, and number two, you really never know who's listening. You know, so
Right.
it's interesting. Like when you kind of put yourself out there like that, um, particularly for us, being that we're very similar, in the fact that we're both kind of reclusive and very private. Don't really share much of anything with a lot of people. So to put yourself out there, even when you put yourself out there and you say, "Man, I'm putting myself out there, but I ain't gonna say nothing," you really gonna still say something. You know what I mean? So
That's true.
that's one of the main things I learned, man. That and like the amount of work. You can see it took us about 6 weeks for my internet to get right. uh, you know, So you got, I mean, it's just so many things. Like, it's not as simple as grabbing a mic and a chair and just start talking, man. It's just, it's stakes get a little bit higher. So I mean, that's yeah. But anything worthwhile, takes work. It's like anything else. So
Yeah,
but we
man.
had, like you said, we having a good time. But I think that was probably the main thing. The amount of work it takes. People don't see like the editing, go through the whole show and find what you like. The critiques you get from people like, hey man, you said a whole lot, or you did this a whole lot. You going back looking like, oh damn, I did. Or so stuff like that.
Yeah, people say I curse too much, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, okay, man. I do say fuck a lot. And I'm sorry. So I will not get better for season 2, but thank you anyway for your suggestion about me not cursing. But hey, my vocabulary is pretty good. But I like to say little things here though, man. But I like to thank everybody who been a guest on our show. Starting off with Keisha Monk, man. Thank you for the opportunity to start our whole deal off with you coming on and rocking with us and giving us an outstanding interview insight on who you are and rocking with us, man. So
Right.
so I can't sign myself. We can't thank you enough for even taking a chance on us and blessing us with the opportunity to talk to you. So again, thank you so much, man. I really really appreciate that, and we look forward to talking to you again on air.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
man. That
you
was
know.
definitely a kick in the behind to get us going, man.
Hmm.
Keisha was an excellent guest. I appreciate her doing it. I appreciate Eugene for helping us set it up, man. I appreciate her energy, even though maybe all of our technical stuff wasn't right. You know, she ran with it, without a pause, man. Definitely
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's been on the humble, and I sincerely appreciate her time and everybody. Like I said, I just people like Dwayne work with us for 11 straight weeks, man, and the feedback that we got on last week was really really was humbling. That show was something that we ki- and that show was kind of like something that him and I talk about amongst ourselves, and we just kind of like did it on a podcast last week. You know what I'm saying? Like just the things we thought about our mothers and things like that. And so a lot of this show is just conversations we have amongst ourselves that we say we just put it out there and do it. So everybody who's followed us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, thank you. We really appreciate that. This is only the beginning. And once once we once we get rolling, man, it's gonna be bananas, bro. Can't you tell?
Oh man, definitely. The feedback is crazy, man. I mean, the feedback starting, you know, um, from the people texting you during the show
Hmm.
to like right after to Monday morning. It's crazy, man. But the crazy thing, man, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. It's kind of draining. Like after you finish the podcast, man, it'd be like 8:30, but you'd be like, man,
You tired of shit though, right?
like yeah, like after we talk, man, we usually wrap up, have a 10-15 minute conversation, and with some episodes you turn your phone off. Like we have a 10-15 minute conversation, and man, that joint it's actually draining, man. Like I guess it's draining to give you energy, man, and to have a light shining on you, and you just got to go for I mean, even though like our conversations, like you said, most of our conversations are conversations we would have had on the telephone anyway.
Right. Right.
So we just kind of put it in front of um other people. So I mean, but it's cool. It's
It's
definitely
fun.
cool.
It's fun as hell, man. And like I said, just the idea, that phone call when you first rocked that to me, man. And like I said, this is like for everybody. And I done said this many times, but I don't think a lot of people hear me. But this is all Si's idea. Everything that we're doing, this is all Si's idea. This is all his brainchild, and something that he kind of like brought to me and said, let's do it. And it was like, yo, I'm like, shit, why not? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it took so long for us to put this together, but salute to Sai for coming up with the idea of this whole deal, and we just ran with it, man. And so now that we're off and running. We're gonna really put everything we got into it. And like I said, we've just been kind of like running with, doing what works for the last 11 weeks, see what works, see what don't work, and whatever. And right now, it's at a point now we can't stop. We enjoy doing it, and so now it's gonna, it's balls to the walls right now, man. So we are grinding. That we're grinding to get to homecoming, baby.
Right, man. And look, some of the things I'm looking forward to for next season, man, is definitely taking the show on the road, but also a couple of episodes, man, where we bring just some of our homeboys on, like we did Nigel, just some of our
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
We can just trip out. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, like you always say, man, this is a show for the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it's a
for the
people show.
people. And when we started this, man, that was our vision of having a platform where people can express their ideas and people can talk and we can just say, man, what we're thinking, not what the celebrity is thinking,
Hmm.
because they're thinking it like our thinking. So um that's what we wanted. I think we're really climbing the ladder to that goal. You know what I mean? This is the people show, man. If you say something to us, if you send us a message, if you send us a DM, somebody's gonna respond. Either one or both of us.
I'm not.
Maybe. Hey, look, maybe somebody working in our corporate office.
I don't respond, man.
I'm go- I'm gonna I'm gonna
Yeah, it's not
respond
gonna
to you.
respond. I ain't gonna
So
respond,
yeah,
man. I
so
just don't do that shit.
it's I mean it's great, man. Like it's great to have a platform, even if it ain't it doesn't matter how many people listening. But I mean I can tell you our reach, man. Our reach is a lot bigger than people probably think it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
because you don't really know the different variables that we have the show going out on, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts,
Stitcher,
yeah,
Amazon
Stitcher,
Music,
Amazon Music. So
and
our reach is huge, man. I mean, it's kind of wild to ride around and listen to yourself sometimes. Like, oh,
yeah,
did I say that?
it is, man. And like I said, I really appreciate like people that leave reviews on Apple and say they liked it. There was a review that was left last week. Somebody put in they messaged me about that on Facebook. I don't even know who this person is, and they said how much they enjoyed that Mother's Day episode, whatever, and left a review on our Apple podcast page, man. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Again, this show is an unscripted show. Si and I we don't really talk about what we're gonna talk about. The only thing we ever really discuss about this whole show is the graphic. that 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 pretty much our week is determined what the graphic gonna look like and what we gonna call this damn show. That's it. And then we just we'll link up and we'll make sure we're on the same page or whatever. But I don't want to hear what Si has to say, and he don't want to hear what I have to say. We just want to leave it and talk about it and make sure it's as organic as possible and just rock out, man. And to say what's on our mind. But I just really think this is really dope, and I really enjoy it, man. And next, I'm looking forward to bringing people on and having discussions with them and talk about some of the craziest things out there. See, my mind works in a crazy way. Like I just want to talk about everything, right? And I'm just an outlandish motherfucker, right? I'm just out. I just want to talk about everything. Sai kind of brings me back down to earth a little more. Like, yo, dude, you crazy. Si's the level headed. He's a level headed guy. This whole deal, man. Because you left up to me, man. I be out doing some crazy shit. Man. But Si kind of, hey, man, let's kind of like reel this shit back in a little bit. So what I'm saying. So I kind of like, it kind of works that way. I'm like, all right, man, that makes sense, man. After you think about it for a little while, that makes sense, man. So I'm a conspiracy theorist type dude. I want to have people on talk about JFK getting assassinated, the moon hoax landing, all kinds of shit. But I'm, hey, man, come on, bro. Let's bring it back right down here a little bit. I'm like, all right, man, but for me, I just believe in conspiracy. And and just saying on that, I know we ain't gonna talk about it, but just saying on that, it's weird when I do talk about conspiracy theories and all that, people don't believe in conspiracies, man. And you gotta believe in at least one. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a human being, you can't believe the government is batting 1,000. Like everything they tell you is 100% accurate. You have to believe.
Well,
It's almost inhuman not to believe that there's one conspiracy theory out there. Come on, dog.
let me tell you, man, it was crazy, man, because well, a lot of y'all don't know, I'm a news junkie. So I really, really look forward to Sunday mornings because Sunday mornings has the best news and um, opinion is commentary of any day of the week. And so this morning, and especially on CBS, man, um, this morning they were talking about the UFOs, right?
Hmm.
Unidentified flying objects.
Right.
So I mean, of course, there's UFOs because there's plenty of unidentified flying objects.
Right.
But man, the government, what people don't know, the government made like a task force about UFOs a few years ago. Well, it's gonna come public, like I think within the next year or so. And people can like there's actually like a there's like an organization who does this stuff, man. And people are saying like there's no way that there's not aliens, man. Like
Like
there's no
it
way.
has to be.
Yeah.
It has to
Like
be.
it has to
It
be
has to be.
aliens, man. Like
It
so
has to be.
it's so crazy to think about that, man. But like I mean I get with you sometime, man, and I'll run down like I'll run down a rabbit hole like of JFK, or
Yes. Yes.
Kennedy's or
Yes.
um,
Yes. Yes.
situations like that I
Yes.
think are just, man, so the thing about most things um dealing with us and like Americans is we don't pay attention to a lot of stuff. We lose focus so quickly. So we don't really follow these things. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? But like if you follow them, like how could you think like somebody ain't got something against the Kennedys, man? I mean, they died every kind of way that you could die. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing with that though, right? So uh, you know, I've looked at.
Assassination,
Yeah,
plane crash.
I just looked at
Like,
that whole Kennedy thing. That's the most intriguing thing to me, right? So, like the way he died. There's a Zapruder film when his head went to the back and to the left and all of that stuff like that. And you almost have to think about the grassy knoll and how many shots they said Oswald got off in that matter of time. The magic bullet and all that. All of that stuff is so fascinating to me. So if he did do it by himself, right? Okay, that's dope. But there's just the idea that people are still talking about it and that no one believes that one person done that. That in itself can generate the conspiracy, right? And you almost have to be non-human not to believe there was more people involved than just one single person. You know what I'm saying?
well, hold on, no, just like I was talking about CBS this morning, they were talking about the Secret Service and how lackadaisical they are, and how like in 2014, a guy in some Crocs with a knife made it to like the door of the White House. Like jumped the fence, man, and made it in some Crocs, man. Like motherfuckers be coming from like Tennessee or like some, you know what I'm saying, Tennessee or like
That's not a
no man,
conspiracy.
like Tennessee,
That's,
Arkansas, and they like, yo,
that's
I'm
just
going to watch
racism.
no. This, yeah, I mean, right, but I mean, what they're saying is like, I mean, man, anybody in DC, you can walk around the White House, you see the snipers on the roof like 24/7.
Mhm.
Motherfucker made it to the damn door in some Crocs.
That's in the Obama administration, right?
Right, yeah,
Mhm.
14 would have been Obama, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, like I said, it's crazy that happens, but it's just so much. I don't take the government words for. You know what I'm saying? And people think I'm crazy and all of that, but I used to have these long discussions with this guy I used to work with, and we used to talk about the moon landings and how much of a hoax things was. And I say it's not until recently I believe that moon landing shit. It's stuff like that. I don't believe in certain. I don't believe everything the government tells me. I
Right.
just can't.
Well, I
It
don't
just
think you believe anything,
um,
everything anybody says.
yeah,
Right.
it's just things that I just don't believe in. So I'm a conspiracy nut. I like looking into that shit. I like thinking like, yo, you know, would I like to know every single? Yes, I would. And but just digging into it and hear what other people have to say, and it's not just people call them nutcases that can believe in conspiracy theories. It's just like, yo, you're just a thoughtful thinker. I look at it like, yo, okay, so if the government gives you something, if you believe it, okay, that's fine. But if you don't believe it, you're a nut. That's kind of like
Well, some people are nuts.
really. So you think, okay, for example, right? So if people question the moon landing, you think they're nuts?
Well, okay. I mean, I think I have. I think I have in the age I am now. I think I've realized that I think differently, and I think
Okay.
about something like the moon landing. I don't care. Like, if you want to tell me you
Right.
went to the
Right.
moon, but you really didn't, I could care less.
Right. Right. Right.
Like, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, I'm on a different type of conspiracy.
Okay.
Like, I think one of okay, I'm gonna go down this little crazy guess they call it rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Taking this from straight to tape because straight to tape has rabbit holes.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, like, bro, like I look at like the IRS, man.
Right.
Like, oh my god, like I was reading the other day, guy wanna scratch off for $1 million. You know how much money he got to take home?
What, like 400,000?
$424,000.
Yo,
What
Iris is
the
gangster.
hell, man?
Iris is gangster.
You take home 400. You're not even that. You're not even rich. Like, no. I'm being serious.
No, I
But
know what
people
you're
don't
saying.
realize like how quick you can run through $400,000. Like you can
Yeah.
run through, like an average person can run through $400,000 in about 2 years.
Right.
You
Well,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
serious. So you take on $400,000 out of $1 million. So you like you can either pick like the $50,000 a year payment for 20 years or whatever, or you can do the lump sum, which comes to 600 some thousand. But after that 600,000, you only get 400,000.
That's all you need, man. If you
No, it's not, man. That's not right, man. Like the IRS, man. The IRS, the student loan people, the NCAA. Though the NCAA is a damn nonprofit, bro.
well,
Like I've always said, okay, NCAA is a nonprofit, right? And you go to the Ohio State Michigan football game, and there's what 105,000 people in the stadium.
right, right.
Think about the parking for that game. It's $20 to park at the Shaw Homecoming. How much is it to park at the Ohio State Michigan game? Somebody
Well,
chime in and tell me who been to the Ohio State Michigan game. How much is it to park?
it,
Bro, come on. They a nonprofit. Now everybody else, the government says, oh man, it's a nonprofit. You can't, you shouldn't be making money. You know what I mean? You can't be a for-profit operating as a nonprofit, except for
churches
NCAA.
and
Hey,
churches.
I was, man, let me tell you, I was in court about 2 weeks ago. And the judge told my client who pled guilty of distributing drugs.
Mhm.
He said, you know what? All that is greed, and all you doing is distributing poison. And
Mhm.
in my head, I was thinking, damn, that's just like the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
Like, what's the difference? Like,
yeah.
except for it's legal. It's
They
the
got a license,
pharmaceutical
though.
companies. You got a license. So what? It's the same thing. I'm gonna diagnose you with something. I'm gonna diagnose you with high blood pressure, or I'm gonna diagnose you with something, and I'm gonna give you some medicine that in turn you have to take another medicine for to stop the side effects of this one medicine, right? And see,
Right.
and here's another thing that kind of pisses me off. So you say all these people say, like when Ben Crump was doing George Floyd, and then he picked up the other case in Minnesota. Say, man, why Ben Crump can't do it for free? Why he just want the money? When the hell have you had a cancer doctor say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this operation for free? They don't. It don't matter what the sad story is. You know what? Those people, those kids who were in Columbine who didn't get killed, that went to the hospital. You know what they got? Medical bills. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
hospital never says, let's do this for free. They don't do pro bono shit. But
Right.
when
Well,
you see a lawyer, you say, oh man, why he can't do a pro bono? Hey, man, I get so many people who email me and say, hey, I want to ask you something pro bono. Well, okay, I answered most of y'all questions, so that's pro bono anyway. But why are we on the hook for doing some pro bono? You go to the damn emergency room, you're gonna get a bill for $4,000 or $5,000. Period.
Right.
I don't care if you go in there because you got a headache. They go run oh man, you know what? You got a headache. We want to run a CAT scan. Oh, $3,000. oh, we're gonna give you some aspirin that costs $10 at Target, or $159 for 10 aspirin. Man, come on, man. You can't. So that's the kind of conspiracy shit that I'm about. Is this shit that's real life, man. That's affecting people, and it's the reason why in a capitalist society like America, we got to keep a system. We got to keep 35,000 and less. Then we got to keep the people from. Think about it. Think about this. All of a sudden, we can take our mask off. You know why they say you can take your mask off?
Why?
Because they don't give a damn. If you ain't want to get vaccinated and you get the COVID and die, you just get it. But let me tell you what Biden and everybody else has said. And for those people who haven't listened to Malcolm X's speech, the ballot and the bullet, go back and listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Go back and listen to that. And it'll seem like he was saying it today, because President Biden feels so much pressure. He said, you know what? We got to get this shit open, because people are saying, hey, man, I'm going to restaurants, fast food restaurants, and they can't even open. Why? Because people ain't coming to work. Why would you go to work for $9 an hour when you can get $800 a week in unemployment? Why would you go when you're getting $3,200 a month, and you normally your check is $425 a week, but you're getting $800 a week in unemployment? Why go to work? So somebody's saying, you know what, Joe, you got to open this shit back up. Fuck them. If they ain't get the vaccination, then so what? They just go. You gonna learn today. You should have got it. Well, that's what it is, man. Give me another explanation.
Well, okay. Let's keep it real now. Let's keep it real. I agree with you on the whole COVID deal, right? So another step forward about COVID. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm a germaphobe, but I'm not a scientist. So I have no choice but to protect myself and protect my family and whatever like that. So, but hear me out on this right here, though. So, I have to believe something about about this disease is true, about this virus is true. You're killing people and this, that, and the third. I have to believe that, and here's why I have to believe that. It's because that people have been dying of it, and things have been shutting down. Now, here's the part to your point, though. What we found out is that people were dying and had to shut shit down. But what we have to believe now is like, okay, when we shut shit down, it affected the most wealthiest people on this earth. So the wealthiest people got affected. So listen to this. So if you mean it, and they found a cure for it. Okay, if they found a cure for it, people don't believe that's a cure. That's fine. Whatever. My point is this right here. If cancer was contagious as COVID, like that, and it stopped people from going to NBA, NFL, to the jobs, to fast food restaurants or whatever, they would have a cure for cancer in a matter of months. I truly believe that. To me, that is a conspiracy. That is a conspiracy, because I think the money is not in the cure for cancer; it's in the treatment for cancer.
Everything.
Right. So the common cold and stuff like that, all that stuff, to me, I think that is just a driving force for revenue. You know what I'm saying? And people can believe whatever they want to believe, whatever. I haven't had a cold probably in 3 years. I don't think it has anything to do with me not eating
meat. You don't leave the house.
Well, shit, I don't like being around people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a vegetarian, dude, and I think that has something to do with it. I don't eat processed foods and shit like that. I don't eat all that stuff, man.
What do you eat? Like I'm just wondering, because I've been looking at like the plant-based lifestyle, and I was thinking about trying this. So what do you eat?
For example, when I wake up in the morning, I eat like I get like a smoothie or something. I do carrots, spinach, kale, and a little bit of peanut butter. You know, that's what I start my day with. But throughout the day, I eat like a salad or something like that. Or I find, and here's the beauty part about you can get bored being a vegetarian or being a vegan. I'm not a vegan, I'm a vegetarian, but there's so many books and stuff like that you can get on how to live that lifestyle, and you'll find so much food out there, and it provides you another way. And I have so much energy. I think that's probably why I don't go to bed at night, because I have so much energy.
Well, I don't want that.
Honestly, dog, since I don't eat meat, nothing like that, I have had so much energy, and anybody who knows me that's been around me, whatever, I never get sick. I don't get colds. I don't get the flu. I don't get any of those crazy. I don't get headaches. I
You've
don't
been
get
on this what, about 5 years?
no, man, since like about almost 2007.
You hadn't ate meat since
I haven't
2007.
I haven't
You
meat.
eat fish or chicken or anything or what?
I rarely eat fish, bro. The only time I ate meat, I lied. The only time I ate meat was when I went to Africa. I had to go to Africa for about a month, and the guy was like, "Dude, there's no vegetarians over here. You have to eat whatever." You know what I'm saying? So I broke. So I broke out really bad when I ate meat for the first time in 2009. Well, it was 2010 when I was there. I was there for about a month, and I got really sick in terms of like I broke out and things of that nature. And I said, when I get back to the U.S., I will never eat meat again. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't. And like I said, I feel so much better. I have a lot of energy. My libido is off the chain. It's just like, yo, I just feel like I don't need all of that.
So do you like, okay, like, so you don't eat fish or chicken? You a vegetarian, a vegan, or
No, I'm a vegetarian.
vegetarian?
See,
Okay.
a vegan is about animal rights, man. Fuck them pigs. I wear leather. You know what I'm saying? No, see, I was gonna do the vegan whole deal. So the deal with vegans, they're not about health for the most part. Somebody's a vegan. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're not about health. They're about animal rights and shit like that. I get that. But I wear Pumas, Adidas, and all that that has leather in it. Some of my clothes have leather and things like that. So they're all about animal rights. I'm just about my own personal health, because I've seen some videos out there about the way this food is processed. It is cringeworthy, bro. If anybody that say, okay, I can't go vegetarian and all that, watch that Netflix special called Food. I guarantee you'll be vegetarian by tomorrow. I watched one video. There's a group on Facebook called like a vegetarian group on Facebook. They showed a farm where they raise like the beef and all that, cows and all that stuff like that. There was a cyst on this cow's back that was the size of a Toyota. And it was two farmhands that pushed that cyst in, and the gunk, the pus, whatever. I ain't mean to gross anybody out. That came out of that literally almost made me like swore food for the rest of my life. It was grotesque, bro. And to think about how much of this stuff that goes out there and people consume. Read the ingredients on the food that you consume. Just read that shit. You'll be like, man, is this like seedless grapes, seedless watermelons? That's lab made shit. Why would you put that in your body, bro? I mean, seriously, people out there, why would you put anything a lab oriented into your body? I smoke cigars and shit like that, you know. And who am I to judge? But I don't get, like I said, I don't get sick. I don't get headaches. I don't get none of that shit, bro. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
So when you on the road, or whatnot, what do you like? What are you eating like when you snack? I mean, because that's my main thing. Like when you're trying to get snacks, and what are you doing?
Like typically, like I just got off the road just now. But when I'm on the road, I bring my own food from home. You know what I'm saying? I pack my own stuff, and that's what I eat.
Packing? Like salads and shit?
Well, no, I pack I pack a lot of like nuts and stuff that is filling, stuff that provides me like carbohydrates and things of that nature that keep me like filling stuff. Because the thing about it is, when you go to this type of lifestyle, people always think you're gonna be hungry. Oh, that's fine. That could be true if you're eating wrong. If you find yourself finding stuff like that will keep you filled, like you like black beans and cassava beans and things like that, that'll keep you filled and keep you going, provide you energy and stuff like that. You'll rock all day. You know what I'm saying? So you have to use your noggin and go out here and do a little research and find out what's the best thing to eat out here. It's not all about just eating salads and stuff like that, which is fine. But you have to use your noggin and go out here and do a little research and see what's best for you. But there's so much y'all can do with that. But it's also when you say you're a vegetarian, it is the absolute best dating line in the world, bro. Just a little nugget from Hitch himself.
Tell us more, Hitch.
Wait, let me tell you something. If she don't like me, but when I tell her I'm a vegetarian, you're like, really?
You ain't got to go to no big steak dinners either, do you?
I'm the cheapest date ever.
What you go to Panera or something?
Like Panera bread or some shit, get soup and shit like that. My bill be like $12. Gentlemen, I ain't telling nobody to lie, but yo, if you're a cash strap and you like that chick telling you a vegetarian, you at Panera Bread next Saturday without a problem. Trust me. So, but no, I just don't I don't eat all that shit because like I said, I don't trust a lot of things that goes into processing food, man. Like hot dogs and shit. Like how the hell do anybody eat a hot dog? If I see anybody eating a hot dog, I literally want to like throw up.
Hey,
You know
I
what I'm
had a
saying?
hot dog today, yo.
Dude, like seriously, man. If somebody could like, I know there's some doctors and medical professionals on this thing, man. Yo, if you read the back of an Oscar Mayer hot dog ingredient list, man, it should just say basically the shit that's on the floor from after the other shit we make. That's what it should say. Seriously, man. It's like used condoms, all kind of shit, man. They put in like hot dogs, bro. I'm serious. It's the most grotesque
Shut up,
thing in
man.
the world. I'm not lying. I'm not lying, bro. Read the back of a hot dog package, and you will be blown away what they put in hot dogs, man. It is grotesque, man. Like the places they keep the animals at to feed you, it is like a landfill. And I don't know how anybody eat meat. That shit is nasty to me, man. It's nasty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had my own pig farm out here, maybe I'd reconsider. But to mass produce for the amount of people that's on this earth, you would almost have to think something is not right. Think about it. Think about all the KFCs that are out here in the world. Just think about that for 1 second. Think about no other restaurant. Just think about all the KFCs all over the world.
Mhm.
Think about that. That's a lot of chickens, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, where to get all these damn chickens from? Like, come on, man. You almost have to think like, yo, either they recycling that food or it's something.
What you mean recycling the food?
Like, yo, like they make it today, they put that shit back out there tomorrow.
How?
You just said it earlier best. You said, yo, they're paying people $8 an hour. You think I'm gonna work hard for $8 an hour? You really think I'm working hard for $8 an hour? I'm gonna put that shit right back out there the next day for people that come in and want chicken. Come on, bro. There's not that many chickens out here in the world, man. It really is not. If you think about the amount of people like in this world and the amount of KFCs out in this world, there's no way that many chickens are done every day to produce that much food every day for just the KFC alone. Not Church's Chicken, not Popeyes, not anybody else, not McDonald's with those nuggets, just KFC alone. That is almost unimaginable, that amount of chickens in this world, bro. I'm just saying. You call me crazy, whatever, but I make a point on that shit.
Point taken. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a good point. Vegetarian. I mean, anybody who thinks about it probably says, "Oh man, this is kind of blah blah blah." But I mean, it's just it's not easy, man. Like I mean, times that I've said, "Man, you know what, man, I might chill and not eat so much meat." Then next day, it's like, "Damn, you're traveling," and it's like, "Damn, I'm hungry." Well,
no, here's the thing, and I get that, but the easiest thing to do if you want to go cold, I went cold turkey. The next day, I was like, I'm not going.
What was your last meat meal?
I don't remember. Probably like fast food or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I just don't. Like I said, it just like once I saw what happens in the process of fast food and just regular meat and all that.
You went cold turkey.
It went cold. There was no other way to live with that, bro. And like I said, my energy. I take naps too, but my energy to me is just like out of this world, bro. I'm like an Energizer bunny, man. Fuck that, man. I don't do medicines. I don't take medicines. I don't take NyQuil. I don't take Tylenol. I don't do.
That's why you don't go to sleep, man. Get your hit of NyQuil tonight.
No, man, I'm good. But that's just the way I live, man. And I guess it's not for everybody. But for me, I feel so good when I do it. I really do feel good when I do it. I just have this.
No, we got two comments about your cigars though. People saying, "Hey, but you're smoking cigars." Yeah, your frat just said it. My cousin Natalie just said it. Hey man, address that.
I don't have to. I got pretty teeth. I have pretty teeth.
If you don't close your damn mouth. Are you are you not inhaling or what?
You don't. No one inhales cigars, bro. It gives a good feeling or whatever. But I do other things besides smoke cigars, but I would not talk about it on the show. But it doesn't prevent me from doing a job I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a little drink every now and then, but I guarantee you, anybody out here that's a meat eater, I can outperform you on any sporting event out there in my age bracket, of course. I can outperform you because like I said,
I eat meat. You can't beat me in basketball, yo.
hey man, you already got your hands full, Buster Douglas. Just relax and do what you need to do coming up here. But my point is this right here though, and I know there's some medical professionals out here that can back me up on this. Just the this is what goes into meat. The processed foods are it's nasty, bro. Look like when you're at the show tonight. Look at the back of that hot dog thing you ate earlier today. Look at the back of that pack. I know you got it in your refrigerator still. Look at the back of that hot dog
No,
pack.
man, I bought it. You don't do no cooking, man.
Where'd you buy that hot dog from?
I'm not getting into that.
Gross.
I'm not getting into my whereabouts before the show.
Yeah, I hear
after
you,
the show. I'm not getting into that.
Hey, I hear
It was
you,
a
man.
hot dog. It was a hot dog.
Yes. Yeah, I get it, but that just me. I don't eat. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. It's just too many people out here that has to be fed off our food supply. That I don't think someone's taking some kind of shortcuts. And I enjoy my body. I enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to take those. I don't want to take those chances.
What about vegetables and stuff? What about the pesticides and all that stuff going in vegetables?
Right. All my stuff is organic, bro. I buy my stuff from one central location. All the food and stuff that I eat come from one central location that are organic and no pesticides at all.
But doesn't organic? I mean, organic is just a stamp that's on a pack.
No,
we don't know where this shit came from.
Farm raised and all that stuff like that. I get my stuff. I don't go to Walmart, even though I hang out in Walmart a lot. I don't buy my food out of there. That I eat.
Where are you buying food at?
I go to like a local place, like a farm or something like that. I don't buy my shit from there, man. No. No.
It's analogous to somebody was saying today, we've been dealing with the gas shortage. And I saw somebody on Facebook say, oh man, everybody got 87, but you can't get 93. And I said, well shit, it won't hurt you to put 87 in your car. And I don't care what kind of car it is. Say, oh no, I'm scared to put 87. I said, well shit, you don't know what's in the gas. Like, I mean, Sheetz 93 might be Exxon's 87 because of all the water and other, adhesives that go into the gas. Like, we don't know what we put in our car. Like, it's just kind of crazy to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was weird. Like how they were able to shut that down and kind of like kept everybody in one place for that week or whatever it was. Like I said, I didn't know about it until someone kind of mentioned it on Facebook. I don't watch the news and all like that, but when I saw that, I'm like, wow, that's crazy, man. And then I saw the signs on the gas pumps and everything like that. And and I found out, and I could be wrong, but I found out this was a result of some hackers. All you hackers out here, let me give you a word.
Hey, don't talk about the hackers while I'm on here with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna have to say this. Why are you wasting your time on entities like that? I'm just gonna leave it at that.
They got paid several $1 million. They paid the ransom.
There are more meaningful ways to use your hacker skills than gasoline, bro. I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? You have other entities. Like I remember one time they attacked Sony. Like, why the fuck would you waste your hacker ability on Sony, bro? There are other
probably
places.
Easy security access.
What are you Sony like? What are you Sony pictures like? This I'm talking about the Hollywood establishment of Sony. I'm not talking about like any other thing. I'm talking about the Hollywood establishment of Sony. What about Sony and Hollywood are you really interested in? Nothing.
The money. Man, the ransom.
Like when other entities got hacked. You know what I'm saying? Like Edward Snowden, he didn't hack it, but he gave out some really valuable information. It was so valuable that motherfucker, like they say, yo, you bring your ass back to America, we get, he's in Russia now.
He's under Russian protection.
That's what I'm saying. That's how valuable the information he had was, that the Russians won't even kill him. They kill everybody, but he went over to Russia and got asylum, so to speak, right?
You remember what the Russians did to Lonzo?
did the who?
Lonzo on training day. And look, but Lonzo had paid him, and still he had to take the bullet. You remember that? You
Man,
remember that?
is that Alonzo, man? Yeah,
I'm
Lonzo had,
asking. Lonzo on training day, man. Lonzo on training day. He paid him, and still had to get it. The
well,
Russians
see,
don't play, man.
people talk about the Italians, bro. Don't fuck with them Russians, man.
No sir.
You don't fuck with them, man. You can talk all you want to shit about like Saul and everybody like that. You fuck with them Russians, they coming to see you, dog. They don't care
Oh
where or
yeah.
when. They coming to see you, man. And like I
Oh
said,
yeah.
you want to use Lonzo as an example, yo. Lonzo got fucked up, but like I said, I just don't. I think like hackers use their abilities. Bro, they gotta get like a you know what hackers need. They need like a union. You know what I'm saying? Like a hackers union to get together and determine what they're going to hack because the shit they're hacking makes no sense to the people out here, man.
Nah, it makes sense. It makes sense to them getting that money, man. I'm telling you, it's kind of like low hanging fruit, yo. Because you think about it, like I don't know if you know, but the NSA, where they hire some of their people at? They
Hackers.
hire some of their people from the hacker convention that
Mhm.
happens yearly in Las Vegas.
Mhm.
And just like we talking about conspiracy theorists, the way they get around hiring them for government jobs, they hire them as contractors. So they're governmental contractors.
Right.
And they hire these people, man. So you go to NSA, you got half the office who are big college graduates from prestigious schools, Ivy League schools, ACC schools, SEC schools. Of course, they got a little spot for HBCUs, and then the other half of the office, you got the trench coat mafia down there, who really know the deal. You know what I'm saying? Who
Yeah.
really know how to break into stuff. So that's what the government's doing, man. These hackers are that's just crazy, man.
I like I said, I'm pretty sure there are some really dope conspiracies out there about these hackers and all that. I just think that I think I know I saw a resume some time ago, a long time ago when I used to do hiring for my last job, whatever. I saw on the guy's resume, and we actually interviewed this guy. He was a certified hacker. Like on his
Mm.
resume, he was a certified hacker, and we were so enamored. It was like a panel interview. We was interviewing this guy. We didn't give a fuck about anything else, but when we saw that hacker bullet at the bottom, we just was we mind all together like we ain't gonna hire this motherfucker. But we wanted to know more about this hack, and he went into this whole spiel about this whole community, like how you alluded to, about this whole hacker community out here, and they have
Oh,
conventions
it's big, man.
and yeah, and they get certifications and all that stuff like that. But these companies do go out here and hire these hackers,
Hell
but
yeah, you better.
but hackers don't hide who they are.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do. But I think there's more meaningful ways to spend your time, like other things you can do. Like if you're gonna hack some shit, man, hack some shit, man. Come on, man.
No, man. I mean, think about it. If it's you and two or three more guys and y'all hack something every couple of years and you charge a shit $2-3 million ransom, man, where else you gonna make that kind of money?
Listen, I get that. It's the money is good, right? But if you have that ability, and here's the thing: if you have the people behind you, if you're doing something for the people, if you're gonna hack something that's for the people,
It ain't for the people. Most of those hackers are like weird type dudes. They ain't not for the people.
oh really? They're like loners and shit.
Yeah. You know them
Okay,
type people. Yeah.
well, so there ain't no cool hackers out here that we can get with that can be for the people and shit like
Like
that.
like Poison Fingers of Shaw. Remember Poison Fingers?
Damn, yeah. I remember Poison Fingers. But, hey, Poison Fingers was not a hacker, bro. He just was.
Nah, but he's like that type of person, like person you wouldn't, speak to, like
Right. Yeah, they're not the most sociable people on this earth, right? But I get that. But like I said, I do believe that the government do bring those people in and don't tell people about it. Like for
They
example,
do.
right?
That's what I'm telling you. They do it with the damn contractors.
For example, right? A lot of people may not notice. A lot of people may notice. But there was. How do you think we got? And going back to the whole deal with the moon, right? How do you think we did eventually get to the moon? We got to the moon by an operation called Operation Paperclip. Give me 5 minutes to say this. Right? So Operation Paperclip was this. Basically, what it was when at the end of World War II, when the Soviets was coming from the east and the U.S. and other Allied forces coming from the west, they were converging on Berlin. So what they were trying to determine was like, yo, we want those German scientists, and those German scientists would determine who they're going to go with. And most of them were like, well, the Russians are going to treat us like crazy, and the U.S., the Allies are going to treat us better. So the U.S. took all of those scientists from Germany and brought them to the U.S. as part of Operation Paperclip. Dude, how much paperwork you think they brought with them? All the German schematics about rockets and all that stuff like that. How much? Just a quick question. How much paperwork you think they brought with them back to the U.S.?
I don't know how much.
They bought 2 tons of paperwork back to the U.S. With like the U.S. brought those scientists back. They brought over 2 tons of paperwork, schematics, blueprints, and everything about the German rockets and all that. So the Saturn V rocket, how they got to the moon, was basically almost a blueprint of what Germany was going to use. Germany was so far advanced in terms of rocket technology. The U.S. was like, man, fuck that. We got to get these dudes, and they brought them to the U.S. And that's how, amongst other things, that we got to the moon. It's basically Nazi technology. It's called Operation Paperclip. Dude, look this shit up. It's crazy, man. So when people saying, yeah, we got to the moon, right? We got to the moon with some of Hitler's right hand men. It's true. You can't deny it. It's true. That's not a conspiracy. That's his real fact. Operation Paperclip. Look it up, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you say they use hackers for the good of the U.S. They use Nazi scientists to beat the Russians to get to the moon. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. The head of NASA and our U.S. space program was a Nazi. I'm not making this shit up. Operation Paperclip. Look this up. Anybody out there, Google it real quick. It's called Operation Paperclip, and that's how we got to the moon. We took 2 tons of paperwork from the Nazis, and that's how we got to the moon. So there it is. That's how we use basically quote unquote hackers to betterment our own, what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? So hackers can be used, or your enemies can be used however you want to use them. And the U.S. decided, like, well, fuck it, we're going to use these people to beat the Russians. And there were some very, very intelligent people that the U.S. got from Germany. I mean, shit, German engineering, bro. Where do you think that came from? German engineering. That's the whole slogan. They were very.
Well, I mean, that's not shocking. The United States was built off of other people's work. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's not nothing that's gonna make me fall out my chair. Like I
was stunned by that. I really was. I was stunned. I was stunned by that when I found that out about Operation Paperclip because here's why I was stunned by that, because when I found this out, I was so enamored when I thought how the U.S. said, listen, man, I'm a cornball when it comes to history and things like that nature, and the space program and all of that stuff like that. And when I found out what it went into to the U.S. space program and things of that nature, the amount of people, it took over 300,000 people to get us to the moon. Just the amount of people that it took. But the spearhead of that whole operation was a Nazi.
I mean, that doesn't, like I said, that doesn't shock me, man, because that's the United States, man. I mean, that's what we do. We find people who do it better, and you get them to do it, and then you take the credit. That's how this society is built. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, let's sit back and think. Do you think, like, the creator of Amazon is really the guy who thought about all the best practices for Amazon? Hell no. He just had the money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
No, he didn't. Like, I mean, it kills me when people show like that picture of him and that one desk, like back in 1980 or whenever it was. Oh, this was Amazon. No, you find somebody else who has a great idea, but you can just fund it. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that goes to my point. I said this to somebody a while ago, and they thought I was absolutely insane. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You're a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like George Bush. I'm sorry, but George Bush, for example, if you look at his presidential cabinet, I'm talking about Junior, I'm talking about Son. If you look at George Bush's cabinet, he had some of the most diabolical, smart, intelligent people around him, like Dick Cheney and them guys. Mm-hmm. Them guys were diabolically intelligent. And what he did was, you can call him a C student all you want, but he got elected twice, and he had some of the most diabolical human beings around him that made, you can call him dumb, but that got him what his ultimate goal was, to be elected to the U.S. presidency twice. So
Bro, that's America.
that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
Why did Bill Clinton get elected?
Well, Bill Clinton was a Rhodes Scholar, though.
Read the book. Okay, he was a Rhodes Scholar, but Hillary was the brains behind Bill Clinton, man. Hillary got him elected. That's why she thought she would get elected so easily, man. All you have to do, there's a book out called Masters of the Game.
Mm-hmm.
If you read that book, man, it breaks a lot of this stuff down, particularly with politics.
Right.
And not to get on my soapbox, because I tell people all the time, people are like, oh, when Obama got elected, Obama went purposely around Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton because Harvard alumni got Obama elected, because they're the most powerful group in the country. And if you don't believe me, go look at your United States Supreme Court justices and see how many went to Harvard University Law School. Go look at them. That's all you got to do. And you'll say, oh, shit. Because go look at the Solicitor General of the United States and see how many came from Harvard. That's all you got to do. Obama didn't need black people. He had Harvard. Harvard was the one, like, you know what? You the one. You the guy we pushing up. You about to be the guy who's going to be the next president of the United States. That's a conspiracy theorist. That's one that people don't want to hear, because people going to say, oh, no, we got about.
No, fuck that, man. You ain't going to talk about the commander-in-chief like that. Okay. Yo, Barack Obama, I don't give a damn what Barack Obama tell me, I believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing against Barack. I'm just saying black people did not get Barack elected. We don't have the number.
See, when he talked that shit like that, you see what happened to your screen? Listen, Barack Obama, we got Barack Obama elected. Black folks. all of us got Barack Obama elected. See what happens to this shit? See? When he talks that shit, when anybody talks shit about Barack Obama, that's what happened to you. They freeze the fuck up, and we have to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I understand that about, and Chris and Sai and I had this conversation a long time ago about Barack Obama and the whole Harvard deal. And I believe that, right?
Yo, that wasn't me. You know what that was? That was you talking about the hackers.
No, that's you fucking with Barack Obama. Listen, man.
Bro, I'm not. What I'm saying is factual. Look at the facts. When Barack got elected, y'all remember Jesse Jackson was on video, on audio, saying something about Barack? They didn't even fuck with Barack, man. Dude, everybody was rocking with Hillary, man. And Barack came out of he came out of left field, like, you know what? I'm here. I'm perfect. Elect me. And Harvard alumni was behind him. Like,
no, let me tell you what switched Barack Obama around. Look this shit up right here. You right on the whole Harvard deal. I get you with that. You absolutely 100% on that. But here's the catalyst for Barack Obama.
That speech.
Well, that too. But here's the catalyst for Barack Obama coming to the forefront and winning that candidacy and ultimately winning president. There was only me and like it was me and Michelle and probably 3 other people fucking with Barack. I used to walk around the airport with Barack Obama t-shirts on. I even came to homecoming with a Barack Obama.
I don't remember that.
But anyway, I had a Barack Obama for president, and people were like, no, Hillary. And I get that. I got everybody was thinking about the residue from the Clintons that's going to propel Hillary to whatever. But I saw something different, Number one, he was black. I didn't give a damn if it was Gary Coleman running. If he was black, you got my support initially. But my point was this right here. When Barack Obama went to Iowa, to the Iowa caucus, and he spent so much time out in Iowa to the Iowa caucus back in 2007, 6, and all of that stuff. And he sat down with these people having dinner, lunch, or whatever. And those people in Iowa showed America who the next president should be. When he won the Iowa caucus, that's when black folks were like, oh, really?
Without Harvard alumni, he never gets to the Iowa caucus.
We get that. But up until Iowa, that he looked this up, up until he got to Iowa and he won that Iowa caucus, that's when people started throwing the Hillary Clinton shirts in the trash and got Barack Obama stuff. You know what I'm saying? No one cared. No one cared. Everyone was going with this whole Clinton residue thing, whatever. You listen, man, them Clintons are the most dastardly duo in American politics history. You look this shit up, man. Them dudes don't fucking play. And all I'm telling you like this right here, it was not until Barack went to Iowa and those people in Iowa, those white folks in Iowa said, yo, this guy is different. We're going to give him a shot. We're going to give him our vote. Whatever happens after this Iowa caucus, it's on them. But we see something different. Hillary's cool, but we think Barack is better. And that was it. And that's when every black folk start seeing what Barack Obama was. It wasn't.
I think when the thing with black folks is they were used to people like Jesse running who didn't have a chance in hell of winning. So it's like, oh, Jesse wasn't gonna win. Jesse wasn't gonna win. Like, come on, man. He wasn't gonna win. So I think once you see like this guy is a viable candidate, then you start taking it serious. Like anything else. Like, oh man, shit, we ain't got a chance in hell of winning. But
well, you know what? It's funny. I don't think anybody can beat Donald Trump, right? Like I don't think Barack could have beat Donald Trump. And here's why I say that. Had Donald Trump showed any compassion for people that died of COVID, whatever, had he showed any compassion, and he would have mowed Joe Biden down. It wouldn't have been close. If he showed 1 ounce of compassion, like for COVID, whatever, you can say whatever you want to say about that guy. And the reason why, he's a racist and all that. We get all of that, but if he would have showed any ounce of empathy for those people that died of COVID, this fool, whatever you want to say, he got the damn cure with less than 6 months.
I'm gonna tell you two things. It was two things. One, yeah, he didn't show any compassion, but two, he didn't do what we just talked about. He didn't put the proper people in the positions and trust those people. He was putting them in position, but then his ass was going back and firing them. You know what I'm saying? And that just was a bad look, and it was a bad look for his party. And
but he still got 70 million votes.
I know, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy. But I'm saying, like, if he would have played the game halfway right, you know what I'm saying? Like people say, if you play it fair, he just didn't play the game fair because he got all those votes, yeah, and he's got a cult. He's got a cult of people willing to die for him.
That's what I'm telling you. So he don't need to play your game. When he has the American people, these people out here that truly believe in him, and he don't have to play no one's game. The numbers speak for themselves, and even now that he's gone, those Republicans are kowtowing down to this guy still. So
yeah, that's 2024 posted out and shit already.
Right. So had this guy said, "Yo, I'm sorry, about this whole COVID deal. We're going to get on this," and not denying that it's out here and that it's true. Yo, he would have mowed Joe Biden down by 10 o'clock that night, election night. It would have been over because there's no way. The only people that was going to vote for Joe Biden if Donald Trump said he cared about COVID, it would have been black people. That's the only seriously, because the reason why Joe Biden won was because of racism and because he said he didn't give a damn. He thought COVID wasn't real, and a lot of white folks died of that shit as well. You know what I'm saying? And so if he ran just on racism, like if he said some racist stuff and didn't care about COVID, man, Joe Biden would have got probably like 10 million votes, and that came all from black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. It would have been over. It would have been a blowout.
Right.
And here's the funny thing about that. And Joe Biden hasn't done anything like people so far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I just told you, listen to the Ballad of the Bullet, Malcolm X. I think speech was in the 60s. But I mean, that's just how it's going to happen. It's not. There's too many checks and balances for Joe Biden to do something for black people. There's too many checks and balances in the government. He could talk a lot of stuff, but he's not going to be able to do a lot of stuff.
But why do we fall for that then? Why would he?
We don't. Like some people do. I don't.
We do fall for that. I don't. A lot of people fall for that and say, "Listen, Joe Biden's gonna come in here and do this for." It's just like
this is an argument that I have a lot. It's just like you look at the HBCUs. We're all HBCU gung ho, right? HBCU. A&T, I think they put up something a couple weeks ago. A&T has raised $181 million. You know why? Mm-hmm. That's the safe school to give it to. It's a state school. So A&T don't run A&T. The North Carolina Board of Governors runs A&T. They determine what you're going to build, when you're going to build it, how you're going to build it, what we're going to let you build, what we're going to let you do. You don't really run that. Shaw runs Shaw. Bennett College runs Bennett College.
Okay.
Clark Atlanta runs Clark Atlanta.
Okay.
So when you're talking about A&T, Winston-Salem State, all of these state schools, they fall under the umbrella of the state. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
It doesn't matter how much money they get. Can't nobody steal it. It's not gonna get embezzled because you're gonna be subjected to random audits. We're gonna audit you when we want. We're gonna see what you do when you want. You got to run this shit by us before you determine that you're gonna put this big ass building on the corner. You're gonna run it by us. And if we say you can put it there, the board of governors or whatever entity runs that university.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is like when you're at a private school, when you at Shaw, like our president now, Dillard, she's the president. She don't run it because the board of directors runs it, right? Board of trustees. The board of trustees at these state schools, they got some power, but trust and believe, you get out of step. Somebody who does not look like you is going to come to your chancellor's office, and he's not going to ask for any appointment. He's coming in there. He's going to tell him what the hell is about to happen. And that's just how it happens. But we don't want to believe that. Otherwise, why would the big companies, why would they give one HBCU all the damn money? You got some HBCUs about to fold, and we done gave them $181 million. You know why? Because inevitably we're controlling that budget. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We're controlling that budget. We're determining what happens to that money.
Right.
But people are, oh, no, that's not true. It is true. That's how it happens, man.
Yeah, I get that. So you're just like a conspiracy theorist like me. You just deal with the other shit.
I like to not call it. I don't even call it a conspiracy theorist. I call it a fact finder, man. You're like a fact finder.
I mean, I get you. Like I said, I always think there's a bigger hand pushing the button on everything, right? There's always a bigger hand pushing the button, right? But like I said, I just think that something like this even now, political pundits and everything like that are showing me, and just by me reading and all that, it's showing me how this world actually works, right? And people people thought like what happened in the 60s or even in the 20th century, the 19th century, all that stuff, they thought that shit was gone. It's not. It's more. It's done differently now.
Can
what I'm saying?
Can I tell you something real quick?
Go ahead.
You know my first introduction to politics. You remember you're not gonna remember this, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. You remember our first our senior year of Shaw? You remember who the president was? Our junior year of Shaw?
Yeah, I got an answer, but I don't want to say it wrong. I get hammered and shit.
Well, the guy's name was Trevor. It was Trevor. He was kind of weird acting. He was dark skinned guy, curly hair, real smart. His name was Trevor, and he orchestrated a sit-in in the president's office.
You mean student body president? I'm sorry.
Student body president.
Okay, I apologize. Okay.
He orchestrated a sit-in in the president's office, which at the time was right across the building. It wasn't at Estate Hall. It was right across the bridge at Shaw. And he orchestrated a sit-in, and I think they sat in there, man, almost a day. And they were protesting like the cafeteria conditions, the food we were getting, the dorms, because we may not have had air or something at the time, blah, blah, blah. And they stopped that motherfucker from graduating. You remember that? He didn't graduate. Okay. He didn't graduate. And years later, they said, oh, man, he's down on Raleigh Boulevard working at Food Lion. You don't remember that?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't remember that.
It goes back to what I was saying, going back to the dating podcast. You got to realize where the power is. You see what I'm saying? You got to realize where the power is and how you balance the power. Because if you don't have the power and you go up against an entity with power, they will destroy you. You see what I'm saying? Well, they will totally destroy you, man. And here's the thing. People that you think are riding with you are only riding with you when it looks good. They not like, think about it now. We're talking about the Andrew Brown case down in Elizabeth City where they won't release the tape. Mm-hmm. How many people you think still out there protesting? You think if somebody get arrested tonight, you think the news gonna be there like, oh, this protester got arrested? Nah, that motherfucker gonna sit in jail for a little bit till he can make bail. You know why? Because the media ain't on that no more. All the media that was down in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, they gone. They own whatever else is going on now. So if you try that and you go, if you don't have the power, here's the thing. whether it be in dating or in protesting or whatever, you better realize who has the power. And that's what I tell people. Like we the people never have the power. Like we gonna protest until they tell us to stop.
Mm-mm.
Because when they tell us to stop, bro,
Mm-mm. I
what
disagree
happened?
with that.
Okay,
I
what
disagree
happened
with
in
that.
DC the night of the insurrection? What happened in DC? Did you ever see those videos? Did you
Well,
see those videos? That shit didn't last that long that night. It didn't last as long as the daytime stuff did. You know why? Because them rubber bullets was out, them batons was out, the damn the National Guard was out. No, man. You're gonna protest until they say, you know what? I'm tired of it. Y'all need to sit the fuck down.
right. Well, there's different levels, and I understand what you're saying, but here's where I'm gonna disagree with you on that. There's different levels to protest. And back in the '60s, back when our mothers and our aunts and everybody was teenagers and kids or even young adults, the way they did it, right? The way they did it through a monetary protest, where they kind of say, okay, fuck that. We're not gonna ride the bus, or we're gonna do certain things. We're gonna spend our money in our own whatever. You don't get results until you start fucking with the money, bro. I don't care what anybody tell you. You could throw cinder blocks through windows all day long. That shit's gonna get shut down. But when you deal with that bottom line, which is that bread, that's when people gonna come to the table and start listening to you. And that's why the whole deal with this whole COVID deal got done so quickly with the cure and everything like that. The bottom line got affected. When that money start getting affected, that's when people gonna come to that table and say, listen, we're gonna have to do it a different way. Because no one ever listens to you unless you got money and you got support behind you, but more importantly, you have that money. And that's all people care about, especially the ones you're talking about with power and all that stuff that has a say so about to deal with how you deal with certain things. It's all about the money. And like I said, I always thought that certain aspects of protesting, we need all aspects of protesting. You know, some people are like, we don't need the violence. Well, it is what it is. You know, all protesting comes with some aspects of violence, some aspects of it comes with some aspects of violence and things of that nature, and it comes with sittings and all of that stuff like that. But there's different levels of protesting, and I think what you're talking about, yeah, you know, it didn't affect the bottom line, but if had what he was doing or had what the students were doing affected an entity's bottom line, that's when the power of what he was doing or any protest is doing comes into play. That's when they really start bargaining with you when you start dealing with that money.
You
know
need
what I'm
power
saying?
to affect the bottom line. And it's tough to bargain with power when you've already got money. Look at the NFL. We tried, right? Like, well, we're not watching.
bro.
We're not watching.
No, bro. That let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. They had to go out and get Jay-Z, because let me tell you something. You may think that people wasn't watching, and those ratings showed that people was not watching. Let me tell you something. The NFL don't give a fuck about who comes to those stadiums. They don't give a fuck about who comes to those stadiums.
It's the TV deals.
NFL is a TV show. You let anybody tell you different, they lying to you. The NFL is a TV program. So if the ratings don't add up, they can't ask for those $1 billion TV deals. So look at the ratings of the NFL during that whole Colin Kaepernick thing, the whole thing with what they were talking about. That's where they came to say, okay, we need to talk about this more. I'm not going to give a fuck about Colin or nobody else until those ratings start to come in. Like, yo, man, we losing bread on this thing. You know what I'm saying?
We got to appease the people.
We got to appease the people.
But we're not going to fix nothing.
Well, here's the problem with black folks, right? And this is my opinion. People give me shit about this. I always said this or whatever. You know, even when I was a kid, I always said this when I heard things about what happened back then. One of the worst things about us is we feel like we have to be included on everything. But when we had our own, it was much better. You know what I'm saying? So although the premise of segregation was the devil's work, was hateful, was mistrust and all that. But in hindsight, when you're forced to do your own thing, when you're forced to provide for your own, when you're fired from society, which black people was, we were fired from society. So what did we fold up? Did we give up? Did we run and quit? No, we're like, okay, fuck you. So we're gonna go and do our own thing. And what happened was, those societies that were forced and put out on the pasture, so to speak, they prospered. They worked amongst themselves, and that power that they had, although they didn't come back to them and say we want to be included in them. No, they kept that power to themselves. And what that was going to do, that was going to transform and transmogrify into other societies throughout the US. It's like, man, fuck that. We got to quill this shit. And they came in and snuffed all those communities out because they saw the power they had, but that power was not coming back for them. That power was going to snuff them out without even dealing with them. We don't need you. Let me tell you something. The power black folks have is with that money, bro. That money, black people have so much bread. We may not have the numbers population wise, but the economic impact of black people is unquestionable. And if we find a way to educate ourselves on a mass level and say, listen, okay, you don't want to fuck with us? Okay, that's fine. And we start fucking with each other and let that shit cycle through each other. Then they want to come in and talk with us. And then by that time, we're like, man, we don't want to fuck with you. We really don't. Like, for example, we talked a couple weeks ago about HBCUs and all that. If we took a quarter, if we took a half of those 5-star, 4-star, 3-star athletes away from them institutions and brought them to HBCUs, what you think that's going to do?
It would do a lot, but I don't think it could happen.
No, but I get that. But my point is, what do you think it will do if it did happen, though? You know what I'm saying? If it did, if we kept everything for ourselves, what do you think would happen, bro? Really, what do you think will happen? Like Dr. Umar said this, and a lot of people talk shit about that, but he said the 4 pillars of any society. This is what you got. You got a hospital, you got a school, you got a bank, you got a grocery store. If we had all 4 of those on every community around the U.S., we wouldn't need anybody else. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't need all that stuff like that. And then we could have our own NFL or whatever. You don't think they become bowed down, want to talk to us and say, okay, we sorry, we don't need you no more.
But they know that's not gonna happen. It's like a utopia. Like that ain't happening.
It's not a utopia, bro. That's reality.
It's not happening. No, it can't happen.
Why you don't think it can happen?
How could it happen?
It's all about education, bro. Like for me, for example, right? Like all our suppliers for our shirts and anything that I do business wise, I go out here and find people like me and I go deal with them first. Everything that we do in-house. Like all our graphics for our show I was telling you about, we do everything in-house. You know what I'm saying? It's all about I'm gonna do my part. I mean, that's fuck what everybody else do. But I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna employ people that looks like me, that can help other people that looks like me, and we're gonna do it that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it starts. I can't change the world, bro. I really can't. I don't go out here and try to say I'm gonna change the world and do all of this stuff like that. But I do my part. I don't disrespect nobody. I'm not racist. I'm not nothing like that. I just want to do my part. I just want to do what I've been afforded the opportunity to do, which is hire people. And I hire people that are talented that look like me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess my part in saying one reason I don't think it can happen is because just like in our chat, everybody's saying money is power, right?
Who has the most money though?
Who has the most money?
On an overall scale, like from workers, like from working class, from middle class, working class. Who do you think have the most money? Look at this up.
Well, let me tell you. Let me say one thing. Not just money.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not just money, because this stuff with athletes starts in high school and college.
Right.
And it's not who has the most money. It's who is willing to step over that line that you might not should step over. And a lot of times
that's called a martyr.
A lot of times we are not willing to do it. Where you might have this 5-star athlete who's in Atlanta, whose family is struggling, where this guy from Alabama may come in and say, you know what? Hey, Miss Jones, here's the keys to a brand new house out in Jonesboro, and here's $20,000 a day, and you'll get this every month in your account until that boy goes pro.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you might got your HBCU come in and say, you know what? We're going to make sure he get a good education, and we're going to take good care of him, and we're going to do this.
Right.
A lot of people ain't going for that no more, man. A lot of people say, man, I got to get it. And you follow sports just like me. You go back to back in the day, man, Eric Dickerson and all those guys, man. These guys trying to take care of their people now, not in 5 years. 5 years, 2 more people may be dead.
Well, I get
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
I get that, and that comes back to the old phrase, sacrifice, a martyr. Like, let me tell you something. Like Malcolm X was a martyr. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He sacrificed. It's like somebody has to be out front to take that sacrifice. And like Colin Kaepernick, right? People talk shit about him. I saw Marcellus Wallace talking shit about Colin or whatever. Man, you don't have to agree with him, but you know why he's doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want, but you know what his main purpose is, like whatever. So Colin took a stance. Colin took a stance and say, yo, fuck this, I don't like this, whatever. I'm gonna lose whatever I gotta do, whatever. But here's the beauty of part of what we did back in the day. Like when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, whatever, they had one guy out front. I'm gonna use Malcolm X, for example. He was out front. And you had people that took care of Malcolm X, the working class people. Like when he got arrested or when things come about, they funded him to make sure that whatever he was doing, it's going to benefit everybody. So it doesn't take everybody out front, but that foundation behind him is super important. You know what I'm saying? You keep him out front. Whatever it takes. If he get arrested, okay, man, we're gonna get all y'all out of jail. The working class people didn't show up to the jail, but they funded that money to get them out of jail and keep the process rolling. You don't have to have everybody out front, but you got to have that. You got to have that behind you and say, listen, I'm going to do. It's not going to happen overnight, but if we move one step at a time and change one mind, change one kid's mind, change one family mind, and we take care of that family, it's going to start rolling. Let me tell you something. Like stuff like what Deion Sanders is doing, it may not change overnight, but what he's doing, he's putting his foot on the gas pedal and saying, fuck that. I'm coming back here, whatever. And all of those guys will come back here and do something else. It may not happen now, but 20 years from now, I truly believe it's going to be a rapid change in how college, high school sporting is done.
If it continues, only if it can. If Deion goes to Florida State next year,
it's not going to happen overnight, bro. And we only can hope, but we have to look at what's in front of us. I'm gonna take you at face value. If you say that's what you're going to do and this is why you're here, I'm gonna have to take you at face value that you're here for the betterment of the people long term.
But we as in the Democratic Party pick the most awkward times to be moral, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you look at Barack Obama left office, and he left Kwame Kilpatrick in jail. He left Blagojevich in jail. Trump had to let those guys out, man. You don't think that says something?
Yeah, it says a lot. You think Trump gave a fuck because he want to go to a picnic with Kwame?
No, he didn't. I don't give a fuck why he let him out. He let him out. The thing about it is, bro, go back and look. Back when Barack was first running, his guy, the guy who they were putting him with, was Kwame Kilpatrick. Yes, they were, man. Blagojevich got direct ties with Valerie Jarrett, which is his girl, man.
I get that. So here's the problem with that train of thought. And I'm disagreeing, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just disagreeing with you. Here's the problem with that when we say that Barack Obama was the very first one. Whatever you want to use conspiracy theories or whatever like that.
But he was the one. It don't matter.
I get it. He was the very first one. Just imagine you're the very first black person to do anything, and you're going into a structure that's all built for white people. We can say whatever we want to say about the U.S.
I'm personally tired of that excuse. I'm tired of that excuse. Go ahead.
Let me encapsulate this in 1 minute. Give me 1 minute soliloquy to tell you about America. Let me give you an example. So just imagine if you and Billy, you're a black guy, Billy's a white guy. You guys work at we're gonna say you guys work at a chicken farm. Just let me hear me out. You guys work at a chicken farm. Billy's making $40 a week. You're making nothing. And for 400 weeks, Billy made $40 a week. You made nothing. You did the exact same job that Billy did. You make nothing. What do you think the benefits of it that Billy's going to reap and then what you're going to reap? You got nothing for it. And that's what America is. If you mean to tell me right now, if slavery and way we've been treated for 400 years don't have an effect on how we're treated or how things are done, you're insane. Because if you can go 400 weeks, let alone 400 years with nothing, and you built an infrastructure that people are still benefiting from today, and people are like saying, "Oh, that don't matter. That don't man. It matters like a motherfucker," because it's just residuals. Residuals don't just work in money; they work in life too. So whatever happens as a result of something, it keeps rolling until something forceful stops it. And that's what at the end of slavery and all that stuff like that, those pockets of black folks that say, yo, listen, man, okay, you gonna put us out here on by ourselves? Fuck you then. And they went out there and prospered from it. And other people and white folks saw that shit, and they like, oh fuck, oh no, man, fuck that. We are going to either destroy that or you bring us back in. So what I'm saying to you is though, when Barack Obama walked into something that was never built for him, and tried to implement change, something. He tried to do something. He's not going to do it in 4 years. He's not going to do it in 8 years because there's so much he has to undo. The first thing he had to walk into was giving people back money. The economic crash of 2008 was so monumental. Whatever platform he was on, it had to be pushed to the side to get people food back on the table. You know how long that shit took? If you there's a documentary out there called the monstrous fall of 2008. Look this up. It's called The Monstrous Fall of 2008. What it took to get that thing back rolled, to get people to save their houses and do all this, what that took, and the time that he took to get it back done is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So yes, he could have done more. And I'm pretty sure if you sat him down with us, he would say, yo, Sean, Chris, I could have done more. But what was in front of me was so paramount, I had to deal with that first. And I get that. It was so much he could have, he could have done, and we can scrutinize him on that, whatever. I won't do that to him because what he accomplished was was incredible, man. Salute to Barack.
Oh, I'm not knocking his pregnancy. I mean his presidency.
No, we don't want that shit.
I'm not knocking his presidency at all. Mm-hmm. But this has really not a lot to do with his presidency because it's the democratic way to do the right thing. Whereas when Trump's guys went to jail, we knew they was getting out before January 20th. We knew he was going to pardon them. It was no question about it. It was no like, oh.
Barack can't do that, bro.
Why couldn't he? He was the president.
They would have shredded his ass.
So what? They going to shred? The people that were going to shred him were going to shred him anyway.
Yo, man.
They were going to shred him anyway. Hey, let's talk about this season. Let's talk about this season 2, man.
All right, man. But yo, listen, man. We got just But anyway. Hey, let me tell you something. And I didn't say this a lot. I gotta wrap this up. I haven't said this a lot when we do the podcasts, man. But there's certain people that I don't disparage ever. Aretha Franklin, Tim Duncan, and Michael Jackson. And now Barack Obama is added to that. There's a Mount Rushmore of people that I would never disparage. Tim Duncan, Aretha Franklin, Michael Jackson, and Barack Obama. Those people would never get an uttered negative comment from my mouth.
Ain't but one person now disparaged. That's my mama.
Hey, that goes without saying.
The rest of is good for the taking, bro.
If somebody talks shit about Tim Duncan, Aretha Franklin, or whatever, man, I'm gonna cancel your ass because I don't play that shit.
And I'm gonna tell you, I know we're about to wrap up, but Tim Duncan shouldn't have gotten the Hall of Fame. I'm joking, bro. Calm down. I'm joking.
Okay, all right. Whoever that
but I don't know how the fuck Ben Wallace got in.
Okay, so season 2, Chris talking crazy. Season 2. Thank you again, Keisha Monk. Thank you so much for starting us off. We totally indebted you forever. Whatever we can do going forward, please let us know. Eugene Mark, my bruh, I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. It was one phone call we made to this brother that really got us rolling. We talked to him for 30 seconds. His first answer back to us was, yes, I do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? He didn't be like, yo, let me see and all that. Yo, it was like, boom, I got you, dog. And we're forever indebted to him for just that phone call, just that opportunity. So him and Keisha, man, yo, salute to you guys. I sincerely, I can't thank you guys enough. My man, Kenyatta, thank you for rocking with us every week. My man D. Wilkinson, man, appreciate you, man. Sasha, salute to you. Thank you. Donna Jackson, salute. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Season 2 is going to be bananas. We got
Oh
some
yeah.
stuff that we're going to do that's going to really, just going to up the ante a little bit. And like I said, the podcasts are going on the road. We're going to do our thing live at every place that wants us, man. So, Shaw U's going to get the first opportunity to fuck with us, and it's gonna be big, right, sir?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
And appreciate, man. A lot of my cousins watching. My cousin Natalie, of course. My cousin Kim. My cousin Nars watches. Man, I appreciate all of my family watching, man. A lot of our classmates. Cherie, my friend Diane. We got lots of people watching, man. That I appreciate taking out time from your Sunday just to give us a listen. We appreciate that, man. Looking real forward to season 2, man. I'm
Right.
looking forward to getting in that ring, man. Showing y'all the 3 minutes really ain't that long.
It's not that long, but yo, he's gonna find out what it really about. Yo, everybody, please check us out. We are on YouTube, man. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, whatever. Please, man, wherever you can rock with us at, please just rock with us, man. Tell somebody about us, man. We everything we do is for the people. If you got any comments, suggestions, or whatever, please rock with us. You can always inbox us, man. Season 1 has been the best. I enjoy my Sundays with my man Sai and everybody who rock with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say nothing more, but then I'm truly blessed to get this amount of support, man. You know what I'm saying, Sai?
Yeah. And we'll be back in what we take about 4 weeks off.
I
We'll be
ain't
back
telling nobody. They'll see. They'll see.
Yeah.
This,
We'll,
this,
we'll, we'll, we'll let you know when we're back.
it's going to be. We got something to unpack and really rock with everybody. But thank you so much for everybody. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your week, and the podcasts will be back bigger, better, and than ever. Thank you. God bless everybody. And that's all I want to say, man. But we love y'all, and keep rocking with the cases, y'all. Salute.
Peace.